On June 10th, 2025, a new sound echoed through the Sahel, not just music but a declaration, a rhythm of resistance, a symphony of sovereignty. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, under the banner of the AES, unveiled their new national anthem, Sahel Benkan. But this wasn't just an anthem. It was a war cry against colonialism, a hymn for unity, and a symbol of Africa's rebirth. The Alliance of Sahel States, AES, was not born from diplomacy but from defiance. When Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger cut ties with ECOWAS and France, they were dismissed as failed states. But what the world misunderstood was that these nations were finding their way back to themselves. These countries, long plagued by coups, insurgencies, and economic sabotage, began to see their common struggles and a common enemy, neo-colonial influence. AES emerged as a symbol of sovereignty, a declaration that these states would no longer be pawns in global chess. From shared military strategies to economic pacts, the AES represents a bold attempt at self-governance, not through aid, but through alliance. Their anthem, Sahel Benkan, which means the unity of the Sahel, is the spiritual seal of that alliance. National anthems have always served a purpose: to unite, to inspire, to define. But Sahel Benkan is more than melody and lyrics. It is prohest, it is poetry, it is prophecy. Written in the languages of the people, Bambara, Hausa, and more, it speaks not from palaces but from villages, deserts, and battlefields. The anthem pays homage to fallen soldiers, to the farmers defending their land, and to every voice silenced under colonial boots. Musically, it blends traditional Sahelian instruments with military cadence, a perfect fusion of culture and power. It's not an imitation of Western compositions. It's rooted in the soil of Africa. The chorus, one space, one people, one destiny, echoes like a drumbeat across the continent, reminding Africans of a shared past and a possible future. In the heart of Ouagadougou, Captain Ibrahim Traoré stood before his people, not as a dictator, not as a demagogue, but as a son of the soil. Clad in military fatigues and speaking with unflinching resolve, he delivered what many now call a Sahel declaration. We have bled, we have suffered, but we are not broken. Today, we sing not because we are free, but because we are fighting to be. His speech called out global hypocrisy, how Western powers destabilize regions and then offer conditional aid, how African leaders are often pressured to serve foreign interests instead of their people. But most importantly, Traoré called for unity, not just among Sahel states, but among all oppressed nations. He extended an olive branch to Guinea, Algeria, and even Pan-Africanist movements in the diaspora. His words, not just political, they were prophetic. We are not forming an alliance for war, we are forming an alliance for rebirth. The Western world didn't take it lightly. Media outlets called it a radical populist stunt. France labeled it a step backward for diplomacy. NATO experts called it worrying. Why? Because the anthem wasn't just about unity. It was about independence, from the CFA franc, from French military bases, from foreign aid. Meanwhile, across Africa and the diaspora, something extraordinary happened. On TikTok, the anthem trended as a soundtrack for decolonization. AES had sparked something far bigger than it imagined. The anthem became a code, a symbol, a movement. The AES anthem marks a turning point. It's not just cultural, it's political, spiritual, and strategic. Africa has always had potential, but potential isn't enough. With this anthem, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are not waiting for change. They are becoming the change. This movement challenges other African nations. Will they continue to operate under systems designed by colonizers, or will they forge a new path? It also poses a question to African youth. Will you sing from the sidelines or rise with the rhythm of revolution? AES is young. It has flaws, but it has fire. And sometimes That's all you need to spark a new era. A new anthem has risen, a new voice has spoken, and Africa is listening. Let the world hear Sahel Benkan, not just as music, but as a message. Africa is not dead. Africa is awakening. Subscribe for more.